Good morning, everybody. My name is John Hancock, and I have the great honor of serving as Executive Dean of the Medical School. I am delighted to welcome you to the 52nd commencement ceremony for the McGovern Medical School at UT Health Houston. What a special day for our students, soon-to-be graduates, and for newly minted doctors, and for family and friends. Thank you all for being here. Please remain standing while the national anthem plays. Everyone, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us to celebrate our exceptional graduates and this remarkable milestone. I now have the privilege of introducing the members of the stage party. Please stand and be recognized as I introduce you, and please hold all the applause until I've introduced all of our distinguished guests. Dr. Latanya Love, Interim President of UT Health Houston. Our keynote speaker this morning, Dr. Joseph Derve, Flight Surgeon, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Johnson Space Center. Dr. Nolan Perez, Regent, the University of Texas System Board of Regents. Mr. Jody Lee Giles, Regent, the University of Texas System Board of Regents. Dr. Dwayne Broussard, President of the Harris County Medical Society. Dr. Vivian Portia, President of the Alumni Association. Dr. Kevin Morano, Associate Vice President for Faculty Affairs and Development. Dr. Lisa Kane, Associate Vice President, Faculty Affairs and Development. Mr. Brian Crowley, President, Class of 2025. Dr. Sheila Lahoti, Interim Vice Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs. Dr. Bal Reddy, Assistant Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs. Dr. Richard Andrasi, Executive Vice Dean of Clinical Affairs. Dr. Jair Suarez, Dean, UT Health Houston School of Behavioral Health Sciences. Dr. Esmail Porsa, President and CEO of Harris Health. Dr. Glorimore Medina, Executive Vice President of Harris Health System. Mr. Brian Dean, Executive Vice President for Health Affairs, UT Health Houston. Mr. Jason Glover, Executive Vice President, Academic Affairs and Service Lines, and Chief Executive Officer at Memorial Hermann Texas Medical Center. Mr. Michael Roussos, Senior Vice President and President of Academic Hospitals and CEO at Memorial Hermann Texas Medical Center. Dr. Bella Patel, Vice Dean for Healthcare Quality. Dr. Mark Horman, Vice Dean for Educational Programs. Dr. Philip Orlando, Associate Dean for Educational Programs. Dr. Nancy McNeil, Associate Dean for Administrative Affairs. Dr. Dana McDowell, Associate Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs. Dr. Alison Ownby, Associate Dean for Educational Programs. Dr. Hilary Fairbrother, Associate Professor of Emergency Medicine and Faculty Huda, and finally, Dr. Mark Farney, Professor, Department of Internal Medicine. Graduates, every person on this stage has contributed in some way to your medical education. We are all delighted to be here with you to celebrate this wonderful day with you. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, thank you for joining us to celebrate our exceptional graduates on this very special day. What an extraordinary sight to look out from the stage and see our graduates together with families and friends. Each of the physicians here remembers their own graduation, I certainly do, a very special day forever in our memories. And it is a privilege to join the graduating class and to share with your parents and friends your accomplishments, knowing there are many more to come. This is only the beginning. Please join me in thanking all who have helped you reach this day. Commencement marks the start of a wonderful journey. We are privileged to be physicians, allowed into the lives of patients and families at their most vulnerable moments. Medicine is a remarkable profession with the opportunity to be engaged in multiple missions: clinical care, education, research, and not to be forgotten, public advocacy. Almost 10 years ago, our school was renamed the Dr. John P. and Catherine G. McGovern Medical School to honor the life and legacy of Dr. John and Catherine McGovern, as well as to recognize the largest gift in the university's history. As Dr. McGovern said, we physicians are a privileged lot, privileged to serve, to share the human drama of our patients, and to contribute to their health and well-being. It is now my pleasure to invite our interim president of UT Health Houston, Dr. Latanya Love, to the podium. For more than 2 decades, Dr. Love has been integral to the advancement of UT Health's mission. Prior to joining UT Health Houston, Dr. Love received her medical degree from the University of Texas Medical Branch. She completed her residency in internal medicine and pediatrics at UT Health Houston in 2004 and her chief residency in 2005. She was recruited to the faculty as an assistant professor in the Department of Pediatrics at McGovern Medical School, and shortly after joined the leadership team in admissions and student affairs at the medical school. Dr. Love developed the inaugural UT Health Houston Office of Student Affairs, and since 2022 has served as Dean of Education at McGovern Medical School. Throughout Dr. Love's 20-year professional path at UT Health Houston, she has consistently demonstrated leadership, and she has contributed immensely across many of the university's core missions.
Thank you, Dr. Hancock. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. So to our esteemed graduates, family, and friends, welcome to your 2025 commencement ceremony for McGovern Medical School at UT Health Houston. Today, we gather to celebrate such an incredible milestone, and it is truly my honor as both the interim president of UT Health Houston and the Dean of Education at McGovern to address you on this momentous occasion. Graduates, your dedication to the practice of medicine inspires us all, and I know quite a bit of you, and you all are truly inspiring. You chose a path that demands courage, compassion, and an unwavering determination to improve lives. Every one of you has made a sacrifice and worked tirelessly to get here. And now it is time for us to celebrate your success and the bright future that lies ahead. As you step forward into this exciting new chapter, please remember this. You carry with you the knowledge, skills, and resilience forged here at UT Health Houston. You will forever be a part of a community that thrives on collaboration, innovation, and a shared difference to make your experiences here in the world's largest medical center and beyond, they have really fully prepared you to lead, to heal, to find solutions, and to transform health care in the state of Texas and beyond. You are now a part of an exceptional legacy, one that includes more than 55,000 UT Health Houston alumni who have driven meaningful advances across the spectrum of health sciences. With curiosity, creativity, and a commitment to excellence, you all will continue the long-standing tradition as a standout who stands for the improved health of your patients and the communities that you serve. Finally, we must acknowledge all of your families and loved ones that got you here today to this moment. Your support and encouragement have made this moment possible. Let's just take a quick moment to show our gratitude and with a well-deserved round of applause to all the family and friends. Members of the class of 2025, you have already accomplished so much, and the best is yet to come. On behalf on all of us here at UT Health Houston, congratulations. We are so incredibly proud of you, and we cannot wait to see all the positive changes that you will make as the newest generations of physicians dedicated to excellence in medicine. And just remember, you are always a part of our McGovern Medical School family, and we look forward to hearing all about your great future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Love. We're delighted to have Dr. Broussard, President of the Harris County Medical Society, to bring greetings for the class of 2025. Dr. Broussard.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished faculty, students, and honored guests. It is truly an honor to be with you on this very special occasion. On behalf of the 15,000 members of the Harris County Medical Society, I would like to congratulate the 2025 graduating class of the UT McGovern School of Medicine. I welcome each and every one of you to our noble profession. Today, you have earned the privilege to care for patients. You will share in the happiest moments of their lives and in the most challenging moments of their lives. Patients will confide intimate details with you that won't be shared with anyone else. You will develop strong physician-patient relationships that will prove to be invaluable. You will wake up each morning with a singular goal: to provide the best care possible. Ours is truly a noble profession. You are graduating in an exciting time in the field of medicine. The development of new technologies will help physicians perform their day-to-day tasks. The near future will bring tremendous advances in medical research and development, fostering new and improved treatment options to better care for our patients. Artificial technology, if used appropriately, will allow us to spend more time and be more effective at doing what really matters: healing our patients. Now, there will be challenges, for sure. Government regulations, government funding, insurance oversight, prior authorization, scope of practice challenges, all of these things will make our jobs more difficult, and more difficult than it needs to be. This is where the Medical Society steps in. Established in 1903, the Harris County Medical Society is the largest county medical society in the nation, and for 122 years has worked to fulfill its mission to support the practice of medicine and to advance the quality of health care provided in Harris County. Along with the Texas Medical Association, Our medical society works diligently to ensure that any time healthcare policy is discussed, there is a physician sitting at the table. We advocate locally, in Austin, and in Washington, D.C. I urge each and every one of you to as you start your residency education, get involved in your local and state medical societies. Make sure that your voice and our voices are heard. Let us take care of our patients and take care of each other. Let us never give up on improving our healthcare system. I applaud each and every one of you today. Hug the people that have supported you on this journey. Looking out at the special graduating class, I can honestly say that the future of healthcare is indeed bright. I believe there is no higher calling than being a physician. Enjoy this moment, and as Dr. Love said, please remember, the best is yet to come. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Broussard. We're also pleased to have with us Dr. Portia, President of our Alumni Association.
Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be with you here today. My name is Vivian Harris Porsche, and I'm a proud graduate of the class of 1985 and a recipient of the Distinguished Alumnus Award. I also serve as president of the McGovern Medical School Alumni Association. On behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations on all that you have achieved during the last 4 years. I know firsthand the dedication and sacrifice required to graduate from medical school, and I am very proud of each one of you. As we celebrate your commencement, I would like to welcome you into our community of alumni, which includes over 9,000 graduates who are applying what they learned here in communities all around the world. The Alumni Association helps fund many of the programs that benefit students and the school, including scholarships, the White Coat Fund, and the Freshman Retreat. We also sponsor the Alumni Student Network Group, which provided many of the social opportunities that you have enjoyed through your medical school journey. In addition, we plan events such as reunions and other gatherings for our alumni to connect with one another. Now it's your Alumni Association, and we look forward to the ideas that each one of you will bring as we constantly grow and evolve. Please keep your contact information current with our Office of Alumni and Volunteer Engagement so that we can better serve you. You have an amazing future ahead, and I wish you all the success in the world as you begin your residencies. We are excited to welcome you as members of our alumni family. Thank you, and again, congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Porsche. The medical school is fortunate to have outstanding faculty, and I am pleased to acknowledge several of our faculty who have received honors in recognition of their work with students, residents, and patients. Please stand when your name is called. The Arnold P. Gold Foundation sponsors 2 Leonard Tow Awards for Humanism in Medicine, one for a faculty member and one for a student. These awards pay tribute to the practice of medicine as a compassionate art as well as a science. I'm pleased to announce that the recipient of the 19th Annual Faculty Award for Humanism in Medicine is Faith Arti, Associate Professor in Geriatric and Palliative Medicine. The John H. Freeman Award is given to an outstanding basic science faculty member and is chosen by the graduating class. The award honors enthusiasm about teaching and about students, someone who takes a very personal interest in students' educational goals and well-being. This year's recipient is Dr. Han Zhang of the Department of Neurobiology and Anatomy. The John P. McGovern Award is given annually to an outstanding clinical faculty member and is also chosen by the graduating class. This award is made possible by an endowment from the McGovern Foundation. This year's awardee is Gregory Hessler of the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences. The Herbert and Margaret DuPont Master Clinical Teaching Award was made possible by a gift to recognize and preserve the essence and quality of the Master Clinical Teacher. Dr. DuPont is the Mary Kelsey Professor in the Department of Internal Medicine and one of our founding medical school faculty. I'm delighted to announce that the 20th recipient of this award is Dr. Karthik Bandari of the Department of Internal Medicine. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all members of the faculty for their dedication to our school and to our students and for their many contributions to the education of this class of new physicians. You will note in the program that a number of today's graduates have been recognized for their achievements in specific areas. Alpha Omega Alpha is the only national medical honor society. Members are selected on the basis of their academic achievement, school and community service, and exemplary professionalism. I would like to salute the members of this class who have been elected to membership in Alpha Omega Alpha. This is highlighted in the program by the name of each student who earned the distinction. A number of our students have received special honors and awards. Please come forward when your name is called. The Gold-Headed Cane Award has been a special tradition at this medical school since 1979. The ceremony of the Gold-Headed Cane was derived from an Old English custom dating back to 1689. The award is given at many medical schools and specialty societies and seeks to acknowledge the medical student or physician who symbolizes the pursuit of the highest standards of scientific excellence and integrity. The award serves as an inspiration to younger doctors and encourages them in family, social, civic, and professional life to cultivate character that earns the respect and goodwill of colleagues and the profession at large. Additionally, at McGovern Medical School, the award recognizes a student who has demonstrated a remarkable interest in the welfare of patients. Sponsored by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation and selected by a vote of the graduating class, the award is designated the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. The 2024 Gold-Headed Cane is awarded to Malika Tripathi. In 2003, Dr. Hitoshi Christopher Nikadu was the recipient of the Gold-Headed Cane Award. Less than 3 months after graduation, Dr. Nikadu tragically lost his life. A remarkable person, Toshi impressed everyone he met with his commitment to the welfare of the community. To honor the memory of this uniquely gifted young doctor, his parents established an award to recognize a student who represented the traits for which Toshi was so well known. The 2024 Hitoshi Nikaido Award for Humanism in Medicine is awarded to Dr. Gabriela Hoyumpa. The Walter Sterling Award for Excellence is given annually to an outstanding graduating senior as chosen by the faculty. The recipient who has earned the respect and affection of his or her patients is selected based on scholastic achievement, personal energy, and outstanding interpersonal relationships. This year, the recipient of the Walter G. Sterling Award is Malika Tripathi. In this, its inaugural year, the Lemuel M. Arnold Award recognizes the student who has put forth exceptional effort, exemplifying commitment to underserved communities and to sharing the culture of holistic wellness at our institution. This year, the recipient of the Lemuel M. Arnold Award is Gavin Rowland. The John P. and Catherine G. McGovern Distinguished Service Award shares the McGovern name with our school and also shares the values so important to Dr. and Mrs. McGovern: service, loyalty, learning, and leadership. The award is given to a faculty member who has demonstrated an unparalleled commitment to our school and to our students, someone who models the very highest standards of our profession and also helps others to realize and achieve their own potential and personal best. Someone who uses their time and their talents to help others, be that a patient, a trainee, a colleague, or even a stranger in need. This year's recipient of the McGovern Distinguished Service Award is Dr. Giuseppe Colasordo. Dr. Colasordo joined the faculty of McGovern Medical School at UT Health Houston in 1995 as an assistant professor of pediatrics in the Division of Pulmonary Medicine. He was named chair of the Department of Pediatrics in 2005 and became dean of the medical school in 2007, serving in that role until 2015. Dr. Colasordo was appointed president of UT Health Houston in October 2012, a role he held for 12 years, the longest tenure of any UT Health Houston president, and a period during which the university experienced tremendous growth. Under Dr. Colasordo's leadership as dean and then president, UT Health Houston added more than 750 new faculty. Members established a 7th school, UT Health Houston School of Behavioral Health Sciences, and grew total university enrollment in all schools by 37%. Research expenditures increased to more than $400 million per year, and the university is now home to one of the largest academic clinical practices in the country. National and international rankings have also improved for all UT Health Houston schools. The School of Public Health and the Civic School of Nursing both ranked #1 in Texas. The McWilliams School of Biomedical Informatics ranked #2 in the world. And our School of Dentistry and Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences ranked among the very best in the nation. UT Health Houston's clinical enterprise flourished under Dr. Colasorda's leadership, and more than 2 million patient encounters annually. The university's outpatient clinical practice provides life-saving care to patients across the greater Houston area. Long-term affiliation agreements with hospital partners, Harris Health and Memorial Hermann Health System, were modernized and extended. And UT Health Houston's primary teaching hospital, Memorial Hermann Texas Medical Center, has consistently ranked in the top 10 nationally for patient quality and safety, an effort that has been led by the university's faculty members. Much needed inpatient mental health services were also expanded with the opening of the John S. Stern Behavioral Sciences Center at UT Health Houston in 2022. Dr. Colasordo was born in Moroni del Sannio, Italy. He completed his undergraduate education at Liceo Scientifico Galileo Galilei in Pescara, Italy, and earned his medical degree summa cum laude from the G. D'Annunzio School of Medicine in Chieti, Italy. He completed his residency at University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston and his fellowship at the University of Colorado Health Science Center and the National Jewish Medical and Research Center in Denver. As one of our longest-standing visionaries, Dr. Colasordo has exemplified the altruism and devotion that are the hallmarks of the McGovern Medical School. His legacy will be eternally reflected in the school, the university, and careers of those he has educated and trained and recruited, such as me. Unfortunately, Dr. Colasordo is not able to be with us today, so I'm going to ask Regents Giles and Perez to please join me to receive this award on his behalf. Yeah, special applause for Giuseppe, who really was an outstanding individual, and I'm sure all of you know him very, very well. As physicians, we are called to lead on a regular basis, and that starts in the medical school. Please welcome to the podium Brian Crowley, President of the Class of 2025, who will bring greetings from the graduating class.
Good morning, everyone. Most of us met on match day, and to those of you, it's good to see you again. But in case we didn't meet then, I'm Brian Crowley, and I've had the privilege of serving as the president of the class of 2025 for the last 4 years. On match day, I spoke mostly to the graduates. It was a day we'll never forget, and a day that, well, let's face it, it was about us. But on match day, I said my remarks today would be for and about everyone else who matters dearly to us, and I intend to keep my word. Today, we are celebrating our collective accomplishment. But before I do that, I can't completely ignore my classmates. Most of us are formally graduating for the last time. At least, I know it's the last one for me. So class of 2025, give me your attention one last time and for just a minute. I'm so excited to see what the future has in store for each and every one of us. We've received incredible training at McGovern, and we're about to embark on residency experiences as amazing as they are unique. With each path being so varied, the pool of universally applicable advice to pull from is quite small. But I learned 3 truths during my surgery rotation that I think will serve us all well during residency. Show up on time, work hard, be a team player. And that's it, that's all I got. Mostly because I haven't been a resident longer than any of you in front of me. So try it out, and we can compare notes at the first reunion. But what I lack in advice, I hope to make up in gratitude. A gratitude we all have for those who have helped us make today possible. So fellow graduates, find your people in the crowd, give them a wave, And be sure to tell them these things in your own words later today. To the McGovern faculty, staff, administrators, Harris Health, Memorial Hermann, really the entire McGovern and UT Health family, and to those who have taught us at any point during our academic careers, thank you for dedicating your lives to training future generations of leaders, practitioners, and colleagues. Thank you for always going above and beyond, for making our learning your primary interest, and for making yourselves available at all hours of the day and night. Thank you for always pushing us to become the best versions of ourselves, and for never settling or compromising for anything less than our best efforts. You've prepared us better than you'll ever know. We will use the skills and knowledge you've taught us to amplify the impact of your work through the patients we serve, and we will make sure to teach others as well as you taught us as we go. To the mentors and advisors, both academic and personal, and to those who supported our professional growth by sponsoring attendance at meetings, supporting research projects, helping us identify a career that aligns with our personal goals, and then helping us enter that field, thank you. Thank you for ensuring the work we've done to this point in our lives has been in service of our ultimate goals, and thank you for sharing the wisdom you've accumulated from your own lifelong journeys of learning. Thank you for celebrating our victories when things go right, and for reminding us that everything will be okay when things don't. And finally, for relentlessly advocating on our behalf until we achieved our goals. Thank you for helping us fulfill our wildest hopes and dreams. We owe our positions to you because of the opportunities you created and the support you provided during the entirety of medical school. We will all work our hardest to make you proud. We will prove that you were right to advocate for us, and we will make sure we hold open the door for those who follow. To the spouses, partners, roommates, friends, and everyone who supported us in day-to-day life during the last 4 years, thank you. If I were to thank you for every single thing you've done for us, we would all miss our lunch reservations. But let me try and hit the high points. Thank you for the unwavering support you've shown during a time in our lives that was as challenging as it was rewarding and as hectic as it was reflective. Thank you for being a constant during a period of such fast-paced personal and professional growth. And thank you for loving the moving targets that we sometimes were from day to day, rotation to rotation, and year to year. Thank you for making sure we had enough to eat, that we were getting enough sleep, or at least trying to, and for helping to pick us up when we forgot ourselves while picking up others. You might never understand just how much your love and support meant to us during this time, but know that we appreciated it and that we truly could not have made it to this stage without you. Today is your day as much as it is ours, and we are so excited to share the next phase of our lives with you. Thank you for everything thus far, and we hope you're excited and getting lots of rest now, because round 2 starts on July 1st. And finally, to the parents, grandparents, siblings, everyone we call family by blood and by choice, and in particular, those who raised us. If I took the time to thank this group for everything, you'd all miss your flights home. But nonetheless, thank you for constantly checking in on us, whether you were just down the street or half the world away. Thank you for always trying to understand what stage we're in and listening intently as we explain for the 13th time that no, clinical rotations don't mean I'm a doctor, and yeah, I'll technically be a doctor in residency, but not the way you're thinking about it. Thank you for the sacrifices you've made throughout our entire lives. The incredible men and women sitting in front of me and myself probably don't know half of what it took to raise us, but I know that each and every one of us appreciates every decision you made that brought us to today. Thank you for supporting our dreams and for doing everything in your power to help us achieve them. Most importantly, thank you for being our biggest role models and for setting the example of who we want to be when we grow up. The 240 almost doctors in front of me are some of the best people I know, and they are an enormous testament to the impeccable character of the thousands of people in this room who raised and supported them. In closing, while we're the ones wearing the funny hats and ponchos today, the accomplishment being celebrated is one shared by everyone in this room. And as we move into our next phase as residents, we're thankful in advance for the same love and support we'll receive from these same groups of people, and we will do our best to keep making you proud. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian. Brian has truly been a wonderful leader for the class of 2025 and somebody who actually personally recommended our keynote speaker for today. So I am honored to introduce Dr. Joseph Dervais, flight surgeon from NASA Johnson Space Center. Dr. Joe Dervais is currently a flight surgeon at NASA Johnson Space Center who has served for over 29 years. He completed his undergraduate studies at Cornell University and received his Doctor of Medicine at Syracuse SUNY Upstate Medical Center. He completed a general surgery internship at Bethesda Naval Hospital, which is now Walter Reed Army Medical Center. After training, he became a Navy flight surgeon and served aboard the aircraft carrier USS John F. Kennedy. Dr. Gervais completed an emergency medicine residency in Washington, D.C. at the George Washington University, both a space medicine fellowship and an aerospace medicine residency at the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston, NASA, and hyperbaric medicine training right here at UT Health Houston. He is board certified in emergency medicine, aerospace, and undersea and hyperbaric medicine. He has served as a crew surgeon for a multitude of missions encompassing space shuttle, long duration, International Space Station, and commercial crew programs. This included support to the 2020 NASA SpaceX Demo 2 test flight as the first commercial crew mission. His roles have included work in Russia at the Star City Cosmonaut Training Center and support of crew members during Soyuz launch and landing activities in Kazakhstan. He co-chairs the Multilateral Medical Operations Panel composed of medical representatives from the US, Canadian, European, Japanese, and Russian space agencies. He completed research on bubble nucleation at altitude and has been deeply involved with the development of NASA extravehicular EVA spacewalk pre-breath protocols. Retiring with the Navy rank of captain, he completed a combined 35 years of activity and reserve service with numerous Navy and Marine Corps units worldwide. Dr. Gervais is the immediate past president of the Aerospace Medicine Association, the International Professional Organization for Aerospace Medicine and Human Performance, and he is the proud father of one of our graduates in the class of 2025, Ryan. So please help me welcome Dr. Gervais.
Thank you, Dr. Love, Dr. Hancock, Dr. Love, Dr. Lahode, faculty, administration, parents, family, friends, and to the members of the graduating class of 2025, many congratulations as you reach this milestone. It is a distinct honor to have been asked to serve as your commencement speaker. I wish to share a few perspectives as someone who feels blessed to have walked down a career path in medicine. As I was contemplating what to share with you, someone suggested I get AI to write my remarks. Now you have to remember, to me, the modern term AI, artificial intelligence, during my medical school years meant only one thing: aortic insufficiency. And I did not think you wanted to hear anything further today about cardiac physiology and the aortic valve. But I did check out some current AI platforms and a particular version about creating some remarks. It generated what I assume is a modern-day response stating that I should simply congratulate the graduates, thank the families, then lift the microphone high up in the air, drop it to the ground, turn, and walk away from the podium. And we're done. I thought the approach was pretty short and sweet and would certainly get you to your post-graduation parties a lot quicker. But I decided it best not to break any equipment today. I do have the privilege to serve as a NASA flight surgeon at the Johnson Space Center. For those not familiar with the term flight surgeon, which was originally coined during World War I, it denotes a physician who cares for those in the realm of aviation and has evolved into the practice of aerospace medicine. Specifically at NASA, we study the unique medical, physiological, and human performance aspects of spaceflight. We care for the men and women who venture into space to perform science and exploration on behalf of all humankind. Currently, the International Space Station, with 7 crew members, is flying 250 miles overhead at 17,000 miles per hour. That is 5 miles per second. The ISS is a tremendous achievement of international collaboration to create a platform and laboratory for science and discovery. There are many individuals working in our region and throughout the Texas Medical Center who have contributed to that success. The ISS has had continuous human presence since November 2000, nearly 25 years, a milestone which we will celebrate this fall. Those of us in medicine each have some personal steps leading us into our careers. My path was spawned from an early interest in medicine and science, a love of aviation instilled by my father, and very notably by the era I grew up in. I witnessed the evolution of the space program during my formative years in what was the most fantastic human journey of our time. Humans leaving Earth to venture to the moon and walk on its surface for the first time in 1969. As the U.S. space program was ramping up throughout the 1960s, when a Mercury, Gemini, or Apollo launch or splashdown took place, school classes would actually stop. A black and white television would be rolled into the classroom, and we would closely watch with amazement the events taking place. On one particular mission, Gemini 7, in December 1965, 2 astronauts were to launch in the 2-seat Gemini capsule to evaluate human endurance in the environment of space. The mission was slated for an unprecedented 14 days. The astronauts were Frank Borman, U.S. Air Force, and Jim Lovell, U.S. Navy. No humans had been in space for that long before, and although the crew members would be weightless in orbit, they were essentially stuck in their seats, elbow to elbow. Imagine yourself sitting right where you are now for 2 solid weeks, with just a little room to wiggle and stretch and use some bungee cords for exercise. As I watched the mission during those 2 weeks, I could only imagine how physically difficult that must be, and perhaps how sore the crew members' back and muscles might become. And one day, while visiting the home of my old Uncle Pete in Binghamton, New York, I noticed he had a brand new recliner chair in the living room that he would plug into the wall and it would shake and vibrate him. Not the fancy massage-type chairs made today, but very simple. As I watched him shake and rustle about, I thought, maybe something like this could help the astronauts in their seats. So as an elementary student, I pulled out a piece of paper and composed a handwritten letter to Lovell and Borman, congratulated them on their mission, and said, by golly, maybe NASA engineers could design seats to shake, rattle, and roll like my old Uncle Pete's recliner chair. And I dropped the letter in the mail to NASA. Some months later, with great surprise, I received a letter back from Lovell and Borman on NASA letterhead. They thanked me for my suggestion, said NASA's always looking for new ideas, and wished me well in school. And wow, as a young student, I was absolutely thrilled the astronauts took the time to send the letter back to me about my simple idea. And I kept that letter in a notebook in my childhood home in upstate New York. But then the story fast forwards for me. Over 30 years later, after years of education, medical school, aviation training to become a Navy flight surgeon, serving on board an aircraft carrier, residencies fellowship, I had the opportunity to be a NASA flight surgeon. And on one particular day, while working in our flight medicine clinic, who walks in? Traveling from his home near Chicago for his annual retired astronaut physical examination and our assessment of any impacts spaceflight might have on an astronaut's long-term health and physiology. None other than Navy Captain Jim Lovell. A true legend. 4-time astronaut, he flew on the first mission to circle the moon in 1968, Apollo 8, and commanded the ill-fated Apollo 13 mission, the blockbuster movie which you have all likely seen. The mission became one of NASA's greatest successes in returning the crew home safely. Captain Lovell was one of only 3 humans in history to have twice had missions leave Earth orbit to head towards the moon. And with his medical chart in my hands, I walked into the exam room to be his physician that day. When he found out I was a fellow Navy officer, we chatted about life at sea, naval aviation, traveling the world. His engaging nature made me feel like I had known him for years. And eventually, after the medical examination and consultation work was completed, I shared a story with him about a young student who had written a letter to him after the Gemini 7 mission about the vibrating chair of old Uncle Pete and how important and impactful his simple reply and thank you note was to me. How his service to our nation and Navy, in part, inspired me to serve. How his dedication to exploration and science with NASA had inspired me and so many of my generation to set our life goal and mission to serve the space program and human exploration. And we both spoke about mentors in our lives. Teachers, coaches, neighbors, scout leaders, church leaders, and family who guided our journeys, who truly made a difference in what we believed we could accomplish, and how grateful we were for them. For our graduates today, be mindful and grateful for those who over the years guided and inspired you along your path, in both big and small ways, so you could reach your dream of being a physician. Many of those individuals are likely here in the audience today. And even though your careers are just beginning, never underestimate the power and influence you have to give forward to others seeking careers as a physician or in the allied health professions. Through your words of encouragement, by your example of professionalism and dedication to excellence, and by your care and kindness to your patients. Trust me, others will be watching you and take notice. Inspire them. I also hope you seek to combine your interests and passions together in medicine as best you can. Find that combination and spark that brings you challenge and satisfaction. There are so many niches and opportunities in medicine awaiting your talents and vision. Last fall, I attended my 40th medical school reunion in Syracuse. Seemed like just yesterday I was sitting in graduation seats like you. There was reflection among classmates on the challenges of residencies, careers, the joy of caring for patients alongside the not-so-joyous non-clinical challenges and realities of practice. You will have similar conversations at your reunions. Nostalgia reminded us during our med school years that the personal computer had just come out, the IBM PC, and the first reported cases of AIDS were identified. We actually carried paper books around like the Merck manual, would physically go into the anatomy lab in the middle of the night to prep for an exam and could only dream about studying at a computer looking at a rotating 3D image of an organ dissection. We chuckled about signing books out of the library via the Dewey Decimal System, finding a book in a tray of index cards only for that book not to be on the shelf and having to wait a week or so for one of our fellow students to bring it back. Talk about learning the virtue of patience. No Amazon Prime back then. Overall, the medical technological advances you will see across the board in your upcoming years will be incredible. Strap in. It will be a great ride. We also noted the wonderful growth in the number of women in medicine over the years, which has continued as evidenced today. I wish to acknowledge my 94-year-old mother-in-law physician, Helen, visiting from Tennessee, who was just one of 3 women in her 1956 Marquette class of 104 students. She, along with her physician husband Frank, also of Marquette, are here today, loved and practiced internal medicine until they reached their mid-80s. How awesome is that? During our first med school year, a classmate espoused a phrase we would share with each other in the amphitheater before any exam. Just loosen up. That mantra stuck with many of us throughout our training whenever things in the hospital seemed to be overwhelming or out of hand. We could always whisper to ourselves, just loosen up. There are too many physicians out there practicing on the edge of burnout. I implore you to care for yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't be the best version of yourself, and you can't fully care for your patients unless you are healthy and resilient. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. And the only person in your way preventing you to take healthy measures is the person staring back at you in the mirror each morning. During the next several years of your training, although busy and with somewhat limited financial means, I encourage you to not let those years go by without taking the time to travel and see places in the country and world on your list. I know some of you have even served on medical humanitarian missions, and in doing so, you never know what unexpected experiences you may have. During my emergency medicine residency, I traveled to northwestern Thailand in 1990 at the invitation of a college fraternity brother of mine who worked in Thailand for the United Nations and spoke several Far East languages. We were joined by another Navy physician and another college buddy. Loaded down with full backpacks, the 4 of us trekked for a week into an area known as the Golden Triangle near the Thai and Burmese border. We hiked on trails in dense jungle brush, along steep hills in very rough terrain, into higher elevations to what is known as the Hill Tribes area. Scattered throughout were small villages where families, sustained mostly on rice and vegetables, lived in huts some 10 feet off the ground due to the monsoon season. All out of a National Geographic special. In that area, we carried no satellite or cell phones, no GPS, and wondered how we would ever get help if we were injured or very ill. But we were up for the challenge. Although the venture was not designed to be a medical mission per se, we were able to witness aspects of health, disease, and environment that we had only read about, but never fully comprehended. The villagers had no access to true medical care, and we had an opportunity to provide care to a number of adults and children. How tremendously rewarding. It was about caring for those who needed help. One evening at a particular village, our group sat cross-legged around a small fire, high off the ground in the hut of the chief and his family, sharing a simple meal. We gazed at a beautiful full moon rising over the hillside on a very clear night. Pointing to the moon, we asked the chief if he knew that humans had actually walked on the moon. After some pensive silence, he said he had remotely heard of such, but never knew if the story was true. And how would humans ever get there? Then we proceeded to share the incredible story we witnessed growing up about amazing machines called rockets, about daring people called astronauts who traveled above the Earth toward the moon, and about the first 2 men who landed and walked on the moon's surface. A truly fascinating exchange that night, and a personal privilege to share that account of history with a group of fellow human beings. It was about connecting. Later in the evening, we asked the chief if he and his family would share a special song or dance, some cultural tradition with us. He hesitated at first and asked if we would do something first. As his guests, we looked at each other with blank stares, thinking, Is there something culturally that we can do that is unique to us Americans? We didn't know, perhaps interlocking arms and singing Kumbaya? Then it hit me. What is one of the first things we learned in kindergarten? The hokey pokey. Put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, and shake it all about. You know the rest of the song. So our group stood up, and we danced and sang with great vigor. Pretty soon the chief, his family, and several dozen villagers down below surrounding his hut, watching us, were all dancing the hokey pokey as the full moon shone bright. It was a beautiful moment in time. It was about connecting with others. Some 25 years later, living down the road working at NASA, late one night I was watching a local news broadcast, which typically ends with a short human interest story. The host mentioned the passing of an elderly original writer of the hokey pokey, a news bite most people at home would never even pay attention to. But I was riveted to that story and had a pang in my heart, wondering if that song creator ever fully knew over his lifetime the scope of where his song and dance were performed around the globe. And I have proudly told my children that their Father Joe's one and only contribution to world culture is teaching the hokey pokey to the hill tribes of northern Thailand. It is my hope you take the opportunity to serve others outside of your traditional setting. Travel, seek, explore, and perhaps participate in a medical mission despite your upcoming busy years. It is about human connections, and you never know what experiences await you. Last fall, I was fortunate to participate in the 90th birthday memorial celebration at Cornell of the famed astronomer, Dr. Carl Sagan. I was an undergraduate there when Sagan created the epic Cosmos TV series about the origins of life and our place in the universe. Sagan was involved with the scientific mission of the Voyager spacecrafts launched to explore our solar system and beyond. Voyager 1 was launched in 1977, and Sagan was integral in creating the infamous and profound pale blue dot photo of Earth, which I hope you are familiar with. Sagan convinced NASA to turn Voyager 1's cameras back to take that final photo of Earth on February 14th, 1990, Valentine's Day, which captured Earth as a pale point of light suspended in a sunbeam. He forever altered the conception of our planet, so fragile and precious in the greater cosmos. Sagan encouraged us to not only appreciate the spaceship Earth with great awe, but to be good stewards of each other. Voyager carries a golden record Sagan helped develop, inscribed with sounds and images of life and culture on Earth, music, greetings in 59 languages, photos of Earth, mathematical formulas, Earth's location in our solar system. The record was created so perhaps some entity in the future may come to find and decipher it and understand the unique aspects of our Earth and humanity. And last fall, I came to learn at the Sagan Memorial when his widow, Ann Druyan, spoke about a lesser-known aspect of that golden record. She shared that prior to its completion, she asked Carl to include on it something very special and meaningful. Ann was connected to an ECG to record her heart rhythm and an electroencephalograph to record her brain waves while she meditated, thinking deeply about her childhood and family, falling in love with Carl and the wonders of life. And perhaps when you, as a physician, look at an ECG or EEG, you may for a brief moment allow yourself, on occasion, to reflect that on some level, part of the essence of being a human being is hurtling at 10 miles per second through the vastness of interstellar space. that represents us, all of us, you, me, and all those who you will care for and serve. For we are all intertwined and connected on Spaceship Earth. In a few moments, you become newly minted physicians and take the Hippocratic Oath. Feel those words deeply when you recite them. Think about the day you set your goal to become a physician. And after all of your effort, the moment is now, and the moment is real. The faculty of McGovern has prepared you well. Step into your training with confidence, but do so with humility. Thank you for the invitation to be part of this special day in your lives and my son Ryan's life. I wish you all the best and hope you practice the art and science of medicine with passion, excellence, and kindness, and that you live your days with zest and dream big, and evoke the iconic Navy shipboard phrase, full steam ahead. And as you fly through your journey of life with vigor, embrace the aviation philosophy, apply full throttle. And never forget, when things get a little bit rough, dance the hokey pokey and just loosen up. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Dr. Dervais for your inspiring words. We do have a small momentum for you, and we really appreciate you encouraging our future graduates. Thank you.
And now, for the most important part of today's ceremony, Dr. Perez will have the honor of conferring the degree of Doctor of Medicine upon the candidates for graduation. Each candidate will then receive his or her diploma and doctoral hood according to academic tradition. Hooding will be performed by faculty representatives, or in some case by a physician family member. The graduating class has selected Dr. Hilary Fairbrother and Dr. Mark Farney to vest them with their doctoral hoods. Dr. Balreddy will present each of our graduates. Will the graduates please rise? Dr. Perez, on behalf of the faculty of McGovern Medical School at UT Health Houston, it is with personal and professional pleasure that I present to you the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine.
Thank you very much. Well, on behalf of my fellow regent, Jody Giles, and by the authority vested by law in the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System, I now confer upon each of you who has completed the requirements of the degree Doctor of Medicine all the rights, responsibilities, and obligations. Congratulations.
Harshini Adanki. Marjan Ahmadian. Syed Hadi Ahmed. Iman Ali. Brianna Rose Alonso. Udochukwu Anwegbu. Zachary Arambula. Nakia Ulysses Armendariz. Denise Arroyo. Jonathan Asgidam. Amina Akhtar Aslam. Madison Acock. Camila Ayerbe. Ryan Patrick Bailey. Savannah Faith Bainbridge. Jake Baker. Jack Bain. Christopher Brett Bankston. Serbi Banubakude. Jose Elias Barrera. Aris Battle. Cabrina Becker. Mitchell Baito. Hope Aznavorian Bentley. Sophia Rose Bianchi. Leela Ariel Bilski. Lindsay Ellen Bishop. Monica Anais Bismeyer. Joshua Charles Boring. Lucas Paul Bowen. Michaela Borthwick Bowen. Angus Brooks. Elena Bruce. Catherine Bryant. Ruhi Budaraju. Dalton Kong Bowie. Samuel Buskey. Belinda Busogi. Rebecca Caldwell. Katrina Kazat. Jorge Cervantes. Trina Chatterjee. Jennifer Chang. Sarah Chang. Brandon Chow. Christopher Chung. Skylar Jeffrey Clark. Morgan Clinton. Soren Cobb. Madison Cox. Brian Patrick Crowley. Gabriella Cruz. Julia Dansby. Calvin Dewey Dow. Amanda Davis. Ryan Dervay. Christina Dias. Mackenzie DeLeo. Sarah Ashley Donald. Deepanjali Dantula. Victor Jacob Doria. Andy Carolyn Keener Dorn. Mary Elizabeth Dyson. Jessica Juba Waters. James Edwards. Alexandra Elias. Jose Espinosa. Gregory Aaron Estrella. Muhammad Farhan. Luke Farson. Adam Fisher. Evan Alexander Fox. Bristol Suzanne Galbraith. Jirius Ganem. Grace G. Isabel Gefke. Dana Najat Rihab Gafir. Itiel Fashatsian Girmay. Nikita Ghosh. Miles Gibson. Janavi Govandi. Megan Goyle. Lauren Graham. Jackson Green. Vanessa Samantha Green. Madeline Ann Guy. Patricia Marie Apostle Guzman. Marche Hatley. Jocelyn Hernandez. Tyler Herod. Noel Higgison. Karen Horn. Gabrielle Hoyampa. Daniel Ryan Hernser. Dylan Matthias Humpel. Megan Hunt. Emily Hyde. Paula Igwe. Jared Gabriel Imber. Gerald Jacob. Adam Christopher Jagan. John V. Jane. Milan Joswal. Joel James. Megan G. Jiao. Juan Esteban Jimenez. Sydney Yvette Johnson. Aaron Jones. Joshua Jones. William Jones. Alex Nahai Karendi. Olivia Noor Kerr. Sana Khan. Bohan Kim. Grace Kim. Jaden King. Panayotis D. Kontoyanis. Janelle Korf. Lily Kuhlman. Jacob Kula. Myra Kurji. Lauren Michelle Kwiatkowski. Claire Lancaster. Jennifer Renee Landis. Jonathan Lay. Araya Leday. Michael Kemp Longmire. Leandro Lucio. Carla Madrigal. Kumail Mahesri. Atarwa Mankami. Shadi Nicole Mansouri. Daniel Luca Martinez. Anna Matuk. Madison Elizabeth Mao. Jeffrey Mayo Jr. J.C. LaGale McCoy. Jacqueline R. McCullough. Kelsey Margarita Medina. Jay Mendenhall. Victoria Chinyeram Michael. Emily Miller. Ali Mohammadi, Matthew Morico, Lillian Catherine Morris, Joshua Morse, Mason Motakov, Yashasvi Munshi, Eugene Masundi, Shruti Natarajan, Sean No, An Nguyen, Anthony Nguyen, Chandler Nguyen, Jenny Lee Nguyen, Justin Nguyen, Rachel Tweetian Nguyen, Rachel Nolte, Matthew Nunez, Patrick Nwachukwu Jr., Jessica Nye, Nicholas Yoshitaka Oda, Julia Ogara, Melania Ortega, Charles Chukwuemeka Osamor III, Shannon Owings, Praneeth Sai Padisetti, Tanaya Pampadiwar, Evelyn Sinyang Park, Michael Patrick, Arjun Pedireddy, Akhilesh Pillai, Gasper Pina, Sylvester Pinau, Amy Quinn, Alexander Quach, Kaylee Quinton, Mia Ramirez, Nicholas Ray, Riley Reddington, John Reed, Reed Richter, Alexis Rivas, Parker Alexander Roberts, Elizabeth La Rosa Rodriguez, Jeremy Rodriguez, Megan Rodriguez. Gavin Rowland. Patrick Rollo. Chelsea Blakeburn Romero. Christopher Rosa en absentia. Erika Montserrat Ruiz. Honor Sahin. Alexis Wensan Salim. Serindri Satyanarayanan. Diego Eduardo Saucedo. Jonathan Schultz. Madison Schultz. Maximilian Selbst. Shalin Shaw. Karan Shankar. Marina Shanuda. Taylor Shepard. Ashley Shin. Elena Evangelia Scaribes. Nicole Natalie Small. Forrest Smith. Travis Smith. Bowen Song. Caitlin Stark. Omar Stocks. Amanda Strang. Jack Stutz. Fatima Sunez. Darius Tartibi. Madison Taylor. Zachary Terrell. Emma Claire Thames. Alan Thiel. Jenna Miranda Thomas. Marianne Threlkill. Jose Angel Torres. Maria Tovar. Lexton Troffler. Malika Tripathi. Sanjna Tripathi. Raymar Tarangan. Nancy Chinanuekpere Uko. Jacob Urbina. Brett Robert Vernier. Oscar E. Villarreal. Chelsea Lynn Vu. Holden Wagner. Mariah Janae Wedlick. Benjamin Whitfield. Cody Warner Williams. Devin Williams. Christopher Wilson. Calvin Wayne Wong. Joshua Wong. Delaney Eleanor Woods. Jerry Yin. Sharon Anna Zachariah. Norman Chen Zhang.
Thank you. I'm now going to ask Dr. Sheila Lahoti to lead the graduating class in the Oath of Hippocrates. Sheila.
I have the pleasure of leading our new physicians in the Oath of Hippocrates. Will you please rise and repeat after me? I do solemnly swear, by whatever I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my profession in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick to the utmost of my power. Holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my profession solely for the cure of my patients, and will give no drugs, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, even if solicited, far less suggested, that whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of men which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things do I swear. And now, should I be true to this my oath, may prosperity and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, should I prove myself forsworn. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Lahoti, and thank all of you for your attendance and participating in this fabulous occasion. And final congratulations to class of 2025.